All right. This is exercise 5. I'll explain what I did for each step. So let's begin. So make sure Java, Eclipse, Tomcat, and MySQL are working properly. So let's see. Okay. Let's do Java dash dash version. Yep, I have Java working properly. Tomcat. Let's see. My Tomcat server is already up over here. If I go over here, server is already started, so there's proof that's working. And what else? My SQL. So let's see. I think there's this one. System preferences. Yep, SQL is online. It's active. It's working. So that's working. So I can get out of that. Now next, I already watched this. So right, the implement, login, registration, and all that stuff. So I'll get to that after I explain the other steps. So I already cleared the workspace. Well, instead of clearing the workspace, I just created a separate folder, which is, I believe it's this one. Excuse me for my stuff. Messy. It's really messy. So yeah, Eclipse Workspace 2. I have it all over here. This is my old one. I just created another one. And set to open the SQL workpage, create a database called testdb, inside testdb create a table, insert some data by running the following command, :11, SQL workbench query. Yep, so I have the workbench over here. This is the code for this stuff. It's already all running, but I can just do that. So I use testdb. All of this is working. This is basically the code over here that I copied and pasted for the database. I'll explain it briefly. I think I'm supposed to explain it briefly. Yeah. So this will create the test database, and we'll drop the table if the user exists, and if the user does not exist, set all this blah 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 to null. And then if the user does exist, then you will insert the values, the table values over here. And I followed the video, so the only one we were supposed to change was this one. This is the value we were supposed to change, but it's already changed here, so I didn't change it. But this is the entire thing. You see, this is in order. So this is email, first name, last name, password, birthday, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much the table. Not much to explain from here. So, and then it said to download exercise 5 from GitHub, import it in Eclipse as a project, configure it. Yeah, so I already did all that. I already built the Java library path. Yeah, so if we go over here, here's my folder. This is database. This is all the stuff over here. And if let me exit out of this. I want it a little bit cleaner. All right. If I go here and I go here, this is yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Making sure my password isn't shown. I don't want to show my password. But yeah, this is everything imported. You see there's no red error. I was getting a red error, but I had to first configure this to Java 17 or whatever version I'm on. I'm assuming 17. Let me just double check that again. If I go to terminal. So configure it to whatever your Java version is. In this case, oops. Spelled that wrong. Version. There we go. It's 15.0, but anything less than, so anything around this like version. For instance, 17 worked for me, but 18 wasn't working. I think 18 wasn't compatible with this. I guess I'm assuming my folder sent everything. I don't know. I couldn't really explain that well, but I know Java 17 works, so I'm not gonna complain about it. But after that, I installed my Tomcat server essentially. I selected Tomcat version 9, and I selected the folder, which was right here. I had to select this folder to configure it, and then after that it worked, so that was working. So here's proof of all that, everything's working. And after that, I updated the username and password. Yeah, so I already did that up here. I'm hoping my password doesn't show. Yeah, yeah, it's over here. I'm not gonna go through that because my password's right there, but I'll show you that all my stuff works, so that's proof enough. But you basically go in this line and you have to change your I kept John, so I kept John, but I changed the password instead for that. So everything works through that, so that's fun. So yeah, that's everything so far for that part. And then let's see. Expand the project owner, click web content, video, right click on the register. Yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so let's clear out some stuff. Okay, so this is the thing. I was playing with it earlier, but if I log out, it should work. Okay, perfect. So I go here. Let's do register.jsp, right? So this is, we'll do this again. So we'll do register.jsp. We'll do run as, and then it should come up as something else. Finish. Restart server. Okay, all good. Yep, perfect. So this is the register thing. So I'll explain what this does briefly. So you'll basically register your username in here. So I'll do my name, we'll do Omer 123, and then we'll do Omer again, we'll do Mohammed, birthday 2002-07-10. I think that's the right format. We'll do 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and we'll register. So perfect. We'll go on this page. Then if we go over here briefly to the database, and if I believe I do this, it should show up on the tables. Command enter. Oops, I did the wrong one. There we go. There we go. So as you can see, my data is over here. Omer123, Omer Mohammed, my password. So by doing that, this stores the information inside the database. So that's how that works. Pretty self-explanatory. Run as server. Okay, I did that on the register. Perform new user, perform login. Blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll explain how the register, login, all that stuff works. So after I do that, I will type in my password. I'll exit out of that. So we'll do. So my password over here, well, username would be capital OMER123. So we'll do that. OMER123. My password was 1234. I log in, and it'll be successfully you have logged in. If you go over here, you'll get this message, which is registration successful, add it to the database, and then after that, it'll say login successful, and it'll redirect you to this page over here. So that's the basic concept of how the login for the database stuff works. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty cool actually. I had some fun figuring this out. So after you do that, that's basically the 2 steps for that. If you want to register, you can log out and go register here, do all that. So that's how that works. So, and then there's another one, which is if you want to access the root user, you would just do here. I think it was this one. Let me double check. Run on server. Let's double check if this is right, and I'll finish. Yep, so this is the root user. If I want to initialize everything, here we go. Here's all this stuff. You see the original root user that I created was over here. My name got deleted because I didn't properly save it, but this is my original one that I created. No, I lied. I apologize. No. So this will initialize basically everything from this database over here. If I go here, test DB again. Oops. There you go. And I do select from user. There we go. So as you can see, my stuff wasn't saved properly. So if I go back over here, register again, we'll just make it simple. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Alright. Make it simple. Perfect. Logged in. And then it'll show that again. If I go here, Command Enter, it will show this. So I believe if I go back here, initialize database again, it's supposed to show up. It was working before. I forgot what the steps were for that, but it is working though for the most part. If I log out, and I do 3 log in. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's not saving. I think there was a step I had to do for that, but it is working though. It worked yesterday, so. But everything is showing for the most part. And if I want to initialize it again, I can just go back. Register here. Yep, so all that's working. All right, so okay, perfect. I'm just seeing if I'm missing anything before I explain the code. I want to see what this did again. Run on server. Do this, and the reason why it didn't show up over here previously, if I go here, you see why it came up as blank, was because I wrote the wrong birthday value. It's supposed to write like the actual numbers, not E. So it's supposed to show up as that. Okay, so this is the list of all users. I didn't save because I forgot to save it, but that's basically proof that it shows up over here. So thought I would just show it. And I'm just kind of going through it. I'm seeing if I didn't miss anything or not. Like, I apologize. I am pretty bad at explaining things. But, see, yep. So, should save all this stuff. If I go to root user, run on server, go here, finish, and initialize the database. Yeah, so it shows everything here. I don't know why it's not saving though. I guess this is for something else. If I add, register. I'm gonna try one last time. I don't know. It was working before. I think it's just having glitch. I have no idea. I know there's a step I'm most definitely missing somewhere. Here, I logged in. It is added to the database, so it says it's added to the database here. Interesting. There's definitely a step I'm probably missing, but if I go here, yeah. So what I'm assuming what initialize database does is that kind of like erases the information in a way. So. And if I do login and all that, it'll show my name. I don't know. It was working the other day. It was showing though, so that's kind of weird. But anyways, I'll just briefly explain the code. So let's go here. Let's get out of here. All right. So I'll explain the code very briefly, and with the files. I think I already did explain the files, but I'll explain the code really quickly. So essentially, this is the main code, user DAO. I didn't look at this. Let me just click on this. I don't think it's anything too noteworthy. Yeah, this isn't that. This isn't part of the video. This is the main part. So this is the main part where your code will be set up. This will connect to your database. I'm not going to show the password for that, obviously for privacy reasons. This is the function for your database login. As you can see, shows the root, password, all that stuff. I go here. This will connect to the function for password and username. It will check for a null exception, I think. I could be wrong though. Oh, you know what? No, I'm dumb. This is all for the connection over here. I forgot to explain that. But this is the main part which will connect to your database, this function over here. So I go down here, and this will basically list out the, basically the registration page. No, this will list out the things from the database. So if you go over here, this is all the things from the database, see? So it's supposed to match up, I guess, with this function over here. And then it will do user add. And then if I go here, this will initialize all of this over here. This is the main thing that I'll initialize. This is what this function basically does. This will get it. This will get the email, first name, all that stuff. So pretty self-explanatory. I think that's it for the most part. This will check the password to make sure it's, the actual password. Same with the user, same concept over here. And this is basically all the information. Oh yeah, another thing is that it was giving an error the other day because this was listed as this was listed as 000-00-00. You had to make it the proper format, so I just put a random date in 2020-03-02, and it worked. So that was the error that I fixed. And yeah, I think that's it for the most part. This is the activities page. I don't think we have to deal with this as much, but if I ran on server really briefly, just did it. Yeah, this is the activities page. Basically shows that you successfully logged in. So that works. The root view works. This is the root view, so that works. The list of people works. This will show the list of all the people that you have in your database. And if I log out, this is the login page. So the login, and if you want to register, click here, register, and you type in your name, all that stuff. So that's everything that I've explained over here. I think that's it for the most part. Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. See you next time.